And bam, we are back again for the third episode of JA Movie News, where we're talking about the biggest, the freshest, the largest, most relevant in the world of cinema and movie news. Damn it! And I know you guys have been. I create these videos for you guys to kind of have a forum to ask us user questions. So check the description box, check the comments section after the stream is over, so you can get your questions in. We're probably gonna tackle probably the whole next episode is probably more than likely just gonna be dedicated to you guys' user questions. So with that out of the way, we're not getting to user questions yet because we actually have some pretty large topics to tackle tonight. And the first one here, I'm going to pull up right now. So first topic of the night is going to be about a mystic, a wizard named John Campea, who's from started on AMC. Well, I mean, he started, stuff way before this. But anyway, I started knowing him from AMC Movie Talk, and now Collider Movie Talk. And he's saying that by next Friday, I think will be his last day with Collider and Complex, if I'm not mistaken. And I just had to touch upon this because this Collider just dropped this on us today randomly. And Collider Movie Talk, AMC Movie Talk, I've been watching both for a really, really long time. And the John Campea thing is a huge problem for me. I'm going to be addressing this like officially on my channel in the near future. But I guess long story short, John Campea is like one of the greatest people to ever criticize and theorize about film that has ever breathed. I mean, the dude is just a beast. His rants are some of the greatest greatest things intellectually that I've ever witnessed. I think it's heavy. It's heavy for me. Like, it's a heavy loss. Yeah. What about you with Collider Movie Talk?
Yeah, it was crazy for me personally because I was following superhero news, and I'm really close with the guy that is one of the main moderators of that. And then Schmoes knows they put something on Twitter about a big announcement, and I was like, dude, this got to be something monumental. So I actually made sure I stayed tuned for the live stream. And once I got into the live stream, I listened, and I was like, man, congratulations, Schmoes knows, for being connected and merged in. But then when I saw, John Campea randomly pop up, I was like, man, this is about to be really bad. And like for me, like Jor-Els said, like, I love his rants, man. Like, he's really free spirited. He doesn't care what everybody's prerogative is. If one person has this one rant and this, that, other, he'll always has his own personalistic perspective on what a movie or a TV show is. And he's the biggest nerd, but at the same time, he's an epic professional. And I'm gonna miss him. Like real talk. Like, what I did on my channel, and I'll show y'all real quick, is I actually did a video, and I put it up online saying departure of Schmoes No, and what he ended up doing, he like commenting on it, and I was already messed up before when I was writing it, and then for him to go up there and publicly, like, comment on my video, it messed me up, man. Like, I literally had to take a step back from YouTube for a second and just be like, man, I can't believe this is really real. This dude is leaving, I mean, I think that he said that he's going to be a part of the, the Jedi Council, and he's going to be back for the major stuff, but I just can't imagine the Collider Movie Talk without him. I mean, congratulations to Dennis for taking up the mantle, and congratulations to Schmoes No and then snapping them. But dude, it's gonna be a heavy loss for anybody that's a real movie reviewer and like a lover of just rants and discussions, because they reinvented the wheel with AMC Movie Talk. Like, the whole, even like the way we set up right here and talking like this, it's a byproduct of the things that they've done. So I don't know, man. It's really sad, to say the least.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be going more in depth with this officially on my channel, but I had to talk about it for a second because, I mean, the dude is just a powerhouse, and he I think he's like one of the, I mean, I don't know if we could just peg him officially as a critic. I suppose we can, a movie critic. But man, he is, for lack of a better term, he's like the greatest movie critic I think I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
He articulates himself like next level compared to others. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But yeah, just had to give a shout out to John Campea before we move on to our first topic, which actually I want to go and talk about this real quick, because this is something that like me and a buddy of mine we were on the topic of rated R films, and he was like, "This is gonna happen soon." And I was like, "No, it's not, motherfucker." And apparently, it might be up for grabs. What am I talking about? Well, this was at some junket or something recently. It's like a little promotional piece for the next Wolverine movie starring Hugh Jackman, which should be coming out in 2017. But what's interesting about this little image right here is that at the bottom it says anticipated rating R. So now this has people going like, "Oh my God, are we going to get a rated R Hugh Jackman movie?" Well, it's definitely possible. I mean, as far as I know, the company backing the film has not said anything towards this officially. Hugh Jackman hasn't said anything towards this officially. The director hasn't, and so on and so forth. But if this is like a real thing on the table, I don't know, man, because I mean, I thought the last Wolverine movie was legit shitty. Being honest with you, that was shitty. Great concept. It's actually one of my favorite concepts from the comic book character Wolverine, him going to Japan, but thought it was real poor. And I thought that Wolverine Origins was just trash. It's like, I don't know, man. I mean, just because it's rated R, that doesn't just equate that a great movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think a rated R is just gonna be like, oh, the movie's gonna be great now because it's rated R. I mean, if you can't get a movie great at PG-13, then, I mean, what's rated R again? I don't know. Right. But what are your thoughts?
I definitely say I agree with you. I mean, X-Men Origins, like that, I mean, they had to do so much backwash to just wash out the taste out of everybody's mouth. Literally from that, but then to change the whole continuity of the universe just because of the events in that movie, it messed it up a lot of things. And like you said, the concept of the last Wolverine movie was a really good concept. Like it started off the first act, I was like, man, this is gonna be really epic, you know. And it started off kind of like, if he's going to Japan, like from what I remember from the comic, I thought it was going to be kind of like a rated R film. And I actually bought the Blu-ray, which is unrated, and it does benefit from a lot of the violence and the gore. The problem is that with this third movie, if they don't have the proper script and the right dynamic, it's not going to live up to the expectations, even if it has a rated R or not. And I think that I'll say this, Hugh Jackman has always wanted a rated R Wolverine, which makes sense because if he did have a rated R Wolverine, that he could really cut loose. There's no limitations on him and what he could do to an individual or a mutant or whatever, which is awesome. You know, it's like I looked at Blade today, and a lot of people are like plagued, you know, Deadpool would be one of the best successful superhero rated R movies. But Blade, technically, with me, was the first one. And I mean, it benefited from having that rated R rating and going there and getting gritty. But it had a decent concept. It had a good villain, and it had great acting. And so I think that with this one, they're talking about the concept of Old Man Logan. If they go that route, that comic book is very dark. It is very violent, and I mean, an old Logan is like the equation of a, you know, it makes the makings of a great film potentially. Continuity wise, it wouldn't be connected with anything that we've seen so far. It'd have to be its own film if they're gonna do Old Man Logan. If they're doing that, I don't see them doing it any other way but rated R. So, but if they're doing something else, I worry about it because I think Darren Aronofsky, if he had made like that last one, it would have been amazing. I think that he would have brought it to the table, and I think he's the one that came up with the concept of having it in Japan. But the studio got involved, and teeth got pulled. Basically, we'll see.
Yeah, never going to see a rated R Darren Aronofsky Wolverine movie makes me extraordinarily depressed. But I do want to touch upon the Deadpool thing just a little bit. Like some people are like, well, Daredevil was rated R and it's magical. Well, for one, like, I mean, Daredevil had like 11 years of perfecting, and Deadpool like it needs the rated R. You know what I'm saying? Wolverine does not need to be rated R to be great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just worries me that people think that like, oh, because rated R, now it's gonna be a masterful film. I mean, it could still be just as boring and sloppy as the the other couple iterations that we've got. But I don't know. Is it actually going to happen? It's a strong possibility. There's not enough possibility for me to say a full-blown yes, but it's on the table, though. So, and I think they should go the Old Man Logan route. Absolutely. But, yeah, that might be their only surefire route to go. But I don't know. That's sort of my thoughts. You got any final thoughts before we move on?
Shoot, man. All I can say is that Deadpool was something magical, and it worked for the time because it worked for the character. But then they put a lot of heart into it, just like they did with Blade. If they're going to do Wolverine, it can't just be rated R to be rated R. It has to have a heart and it has to have a soul of a movie before the concept can be just like, oh, this is a rated R film. It's gonna be successful. That's the misconception that studios are thinking, like, oh, I can make money, so now I'm gonna take and make X-Force, but then I'll make my X-Men like in a rated R film. Like it's not gonna work, you know. So you gotta be real careful with that, man.
Right, because especially Deadpool is like tailor made to be rated R, and the story is actually great. And you know, I don't know, but anyways. Let's jump on to our next topic because you probably already saw it coming. It had to happen. All right, we're talking about Rian Johnson's production has started on Rian Johnson's Star Wars Episode 8, which recently there was like a little very tiny production diary, I guess you could say, was uploaded to let the people know that Star Wars Episode 8 is not only coming next year, but motherfuckers, they are filming right now. Right? And I mean, granted, this video was only about 30 seconds. The opening sequence, right, where it's just like coasting along the water and you see the island. I was like, bruh, this is like a full-blown, official, already finalized shot from the film. I mean, I was like, what the fuck? And then like the side shot of Luke in slow motion as Rey's about to hand him the lightsaber and then cut. I understand the argument that some people find it cool but underwhelming, but fuck you, all right? I was like, yeah, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for God's sakes, this is like, it's like a literal perfect announcement video, in my opinion. I mean, it's already got like 6 million views from like a couple days ago or some crazy shit. So I was ecstatic about the video. What about you?
Dude, I geeked out, man. Freaking JJ, or not JJ, but Johnson, he sent us a Snapchat of the finished footage, like at the beginning. Like it was so perfect that I was like, oh my gosh. Like my mouth dropped as soon as I saw the side panel of Luke and then just him from his perspective looking at her versus the opposite. And I was like, I'm ready. Like my body is ready for this right now. The only problem that I had was that they've not showed any recognition of Rogue One at all. Like there's been nothing at all. And it's like, you're going to show me footage of 8 before you even, I mean, it's like, if this is a Star Wars property that y'all think is going to be successful and y'all care about, why do y'all not have the concern enough to actually give me something if it's coming out this year? That's the only problem I had, but I love the announcement trailer. I thought it was the perfect teaser that they could have ever done. If they don't give me anything up until the movie comes out, I'll still be hyped and ready.
I'll be hyped. They gonna need to give me something, you think? But no, yeah, I thought it was perfect. As far as Rogue One goes, I think a teaser trailer is very intimate. I think it's coming soon. I feel like they're gonna like Beyonce it. Like it's just gonna be like like no warning. It's just gonna just appear officially online, and people are gonna be like, wait, what? When? What? You know, very, very much so like this video. So it's bound to be coming pretty fucking soon. But it was so perfect, bro. Like, I can't remember the last time I was in such suspense watching the production diary. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
bruh, that shit was legit perfect. Damn. But yeah, anything else that you want to add to this before we move on?
I mean, I'm ready, man. Like, only thing I just want is for them to give me something with Rogue One. I already know Episode 8 is going to be excellent. It's been crazy watching like the different actors send out tweets about their productions and stuff like that. I think that Boyega sent out like an interesting little picture, just him listening to some music and getting pumped for like the set. And so it's been exciting hearing from the actual actors while it's happening, but it just builds up all this anticipation for what's next, you know. So I'm hyped. I'm ready.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be perfect. I think it's gonna be better than Force Awakens personally, but that's just me. So the next thing that we're gonna talk about, I totally forgot I had some bitch's discography somewhere. I got pulled up again, but either way, very recently we got a official picture from upcoming, I don't know if it's a reboot, I don't know if it's a sequel, but the upcoming Predator movie by way of Mr. Shane Black, who just off the cuff, I know he's directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the upcoming Nice Guys movie with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, and he also directed Iron Man 3, for those of you who aren't aware. And now he's directing Predator. And I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know this has gone viral and shit, but I'm really not excited. Like, seriously, Iron Man 3 was like a nosedive. I mean, he dropped the ball for me personally. Maybe you loved Iron Man 3, cool. I mean, it made all kinds of money, but so he didn't fail there, that's for sure. But it just, it's like, man, like, if you failed with Iron Man 3, which I thought he did, it's like, how are you gonna hit a home run with Predator? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, the images, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's really interesting. Like, I mean, I love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. The problem I had was Iron Man 3, man. I thought that was some trash. I've never really like dissed a superhero movie like I dissed that movie. I was in the theater and I was watching this, you know, because I mean the trailers, they fooled the heck out of me. I was like, oh wow, Tony has been compromised, you know, Pepper's been compromised, they're blowing up his mansion, like this is gonna be hard to the grit, like he's gonna have to prove himself. They got the Mandarin, and then it was all a cop-out. And then on top of that, like it was like for a long period of time with him without the suit, and then they just like flood him in with all these different suits, and it was just like,
yeah,
I really did not like Iron Man 3. Only reason why I own it is because I'm a collector. I bought that last before I got everything else, and I didn't like it, man. I don't know about him as a director moving forward with Predator. I actually liked the last Predators. Who was the person that directed that? Because it had Adrian Brody, Lawrence Fishburne, and like Topher Grace. I liked that one. I actually liked Adrian Brody in that role. It was like, to me, it was like a step forward instead of a rehashing of everything. And it begged a lot of questions of where this franchise could go versus like just revisiting. Yeah. And I mean, I would like to see like a sequel to that before I'd like to see them try to reinvent the wheel, because everybody's going to want to have Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, or they're going to want to have Apollo in it. And it's just going to be like, I feel like this guy as a director might do it just because of how campy he was with Iron Man 3. And I'm like, I don't know if this is the person to do this, but I've been wrong before. I guess we just have to wait and see, man. I don't know.
I mean, Nice Guys looks great, actually. And I just gotta go on record and say that the last The Predator movie you're talking about, I thought it was trash, but I think that I think that this next movie, it just, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll make an official decision when the trailer drops, but it's like I don't think he's one. The only reason to have any movie upcoming with Predator in it should be a reboot of Alien vs Predator. The Alien vs Predator 1 and 2 are a fucking travesty. Also fucking trash. I think they need to like completely reboot Aliens vs Predator. That is a golden fucking idea. It's actually like one of my childhood like favorite stories, Aliens vs Predator in the comic books.
Yeah.
It's just there's so much awesome shit you could do with that. And I just feel like with the first two movies, they just made some sci-fi channel bullshit. I was just like, what? Like, what is this? So yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested in the Shane Black movie. I'd rather they just just reboot Aliens vs Predator, son. There's someone dope behind the camera, That's what I would want. That's what I would do if I was a studio.
I mean, who would you want for a director for it?
Well, first off, it can't be no PG-13 bullshit. I mean, granted, the second one was rated R, but the first one was PG-13, which to this day, it's just like, bro, why? At least I think it was. Fuck, I might have to fact check that, but I thought it was, anyways. It felt like it was. I think it was actually, but who would I want to direct it? Aliens vs Predator?
Yeah.
Let me think about this for a second. Aliens vs Predator.
Who was that director that directed that movie Monsters? I forgot that guy's name.
Gareth Edwards or something?
Yeah. Because he was the one that kind of came to my mind because I think I really loved what he did with Godzilla. And I think that I think I would like to see what he would do with like an Aliens vs Predator, but I don't know if he would get it right. I can't really think of anybody who would be good at Alien vs Predators. I don't know. It'd have to be somebody that knows the comics.
I would love it to be like if I had to make a dream choice, I'd probably make it like. At the current time, maybe like rated R, directed by James Cameron, because Aliens is that's like one of my favorite movies of all time from him. And for this motherfucker to just come back to the franchise out of fuck nowhere to make Aliens vs Predator, I'd probably like cry.
Oh my gosh,
that'd be insane. I know that maybe second runner up would be Neil Blomkamp, because first off, he was supposed to have been doing something with the Alien franchise. I don't know if that got side swapped because of Ridley Scott's fully going into Alien Covenant or Prometheus 2, whatever the hell he's calling Prometheus 2. But I think probably a close second would be Neil, just because the dude is just outrageous visually. All he needs is maybe just someone to write his scripts for him, because I'm telling you, the dude behind the camera, outside of scripts, is a fucking genius. I swear to God.
Oh, that's right. So he did District 9, Elysium, and nice. Yeah, he'd be dope.
Just have someone else do the script, because Chappie was fucking terrible. Have someone do the script for him, because I'm telling you, like from a sonic point of view, from a visual point of view, the dude is like on some other shit for real. What he can do, even with a slim budget, is kind of eerie. I mean, he's got a lot of talent. And even Chappie, which I think is a terrible movie, visually and sonically, it's like straight 10 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, that motherfucker looks real in those films. I don't know if you've ever seen Campea on Blu-ray, but it's something to see, even though the movie's terrible. But yeah, who would you pick as a?
Like I said, I was thinking Gareth Edwards. Gareth, science fiction standpoint, but now that I'm really looking at it, like Neo would be really good. Somebody in the chat said that Duncan Jones would be really good. I'm trying to look and see some of his stuff that he's done. I think he did Source Code. Oh, he did that movie Moon. You remember that one?
Yeah.
With, he did a really good job with that, and he's doing the directing for Warcraft right now. So I mean, he'd be a good pick too. I don't know, but I think I'll stick with Gareth Edwards and Neil.
Duncan Jones would be interesting, but I feel like that he's like too smart for like a plot like that. You know, like can tell the story bluntly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. But yeah, basically Shane Black's movie. I'm not excited. Those are the long, the long answer. Where are we at time-wise? Oh man, we are right at the 25-minute mark. So I think we're probably just gonna park it there for tonight. That was some of the movie news that I definitely wanted to talk on before we get to user questions, because these topics were pretty hard. But yeah, I'm curious to see your guys' feedback. What do you think of tonight's topics? What your viewpoints? And again, if you want to ask a user question, check the description box or check the link down below to ask your question. But any closing thoughts before we close out?
Man, well, John Campea, the king, we're gonna miss you, bro. Like, thanks for all that you've done, and if you end up watching this live stream, bro, we're gonna miss you on the Movie Talk chats. Hopefully, come back in some capacity. And yeah, Shane, do not do the movie. And Star Wars, let's go. Give me Rogue One though. That's all I got.
Yeah. I think we're ready for a teaser to Rogue One. Star Wars, it's gonna be perfect. Watch, it's gonna be better than Force Awakens. Watch. Yeah, that's all I got. You know, let us know your guys' thoughts down below. Other than that, we are out.
All right, everybody. Later.
Peace.